So I had this bright idea that since my home needed a deep cleaning, I would just let the mess pile up until the weekend came. And on the weekend, I'd get her done. Everything was going fine until my part time job decided that they would open up a shift and call me to offer it. Now, obviously, I needed the money, so I certainly couldn't turn it down. And considering that we're smack dab in the middle of a summer slump, which means that there aren't a whole lot of PRN shifts available to be picked up. And you can't turn down more than 4 shifts, I think, per quarter. There was no way I was turning that shift down, despite the fact that I'd had an early day and a very busy day. I started my Saturday dropping my youngest baby girl off at work earlier than usual, came home and dropped my sunshine off at the rec so he could get it in with the homies, and then went to help my Sora with her brand new baby. She's a first time mom, and while she has support, more support is always good. Not to mention that even the support needs a break sometimes. So, with that in mind, I headed over to her crib and spent about 5 hours supporting her while she showered and made herself feel a whole lot better, handled some bills, worked on her resume, and did some other things on the computer. I got some baby time. I know this picture looks nuts, but I was showing her how you can relieve a newborn's hiccups and gas all at the same time. There is nothing better than having other experienced mothers who can show you the way. And there is nothing more vital to a new mother's mental health than having someone who can come in and help take the load off. So many people are so eager to see your new baby. They want to ooh and ah, hold your baby and take pictures. They want you to entertain them when you're the one who's recovering from a traumatic experience. Even if everything went perfectly fine with labor and delivery, you are almost as close to death as you will ever be without dying. And yes, you get a consolation prize. You get to bring home this cute, sweet, adorable little sunshine. But that little ball of sunshine cries incessantly, poops, pees, needs to be fed all hours of the night, and could care less about whether you sleep, shower, or have a meal. So if you're going over to see somebody's new baby, be useful. If they allow you to hold their new baby, don't try to get them to entertain you. Instead, let them do the things that they need while you hold said baby. So I held the baby, I helped relieve her hiccups in her gas, I made sure that she was fed, I put her to sleep, and when she was knocked out, I got busy. Now, the house wasn't a mess. It was just lived in. And when you have a new baby, you set out the cart and you put all the things on the cart that you think you need. And before you know it, the cart is really unmanageable. So I went through everything on the cart, removed the things that she didn't still need, of course, checking in with her, added things to the cart that she realized that she now needs, and organize it all so that it would be a whole lot easier for her to find and grab, use, and put back. And she was definitely appreciative. And then I straightened up the kitchen because her mom had went to run errands and she was going to return shortly and get ready to start cooking dinner. And since grandma is her main support system, I wanted to do something that would help her too. So kitchen straightened up, baby cart organized, baby knocked out sleep. I took some time to just pour into my soror. I love that young lady down bad. We aren't able to get together as much as we used to, but I loved having the opportunity to pour into a young new mother. I know what it's like. I've been there and done that. Prayerfully, this won't be a one time thing. Since I do have free time on my hands, I made it clear to her that I'm available whenever she needs to do the same thing that I did on Saturday or more. It's completely up to her based on her comfort level, and there is no pressure. What I just need is for her to understand that the offer is genuine, my heart is pure, and it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to need help, because we all do. Not one mother I know, even those who are married, who have a mother, a mother in law, a father in law, and all of those people are right there putting in the elbow grease right alongside them, has managed to get out of the baby and toddler stage without additional support. Whether that support is from a professional, a therapist, or their OBGYN, or whether that support was from a friend, a sorority sister, or some other family member. The village gets tired, And Lord knows they get tired a lot faster than the mother does. Because the mother is always tired and she's operating on very little sleep, very few nutrients, and very few brain cells. It literally takes a village to raise a child. And it takes a village to get through this period of child rearing. The first 4 months of a child's life is actually called the fourth trimester of pregnancy because your body is going through all kinds of changes. You're trying to get back to the old version of you only to learn that that will never happen. And that's not a bad thing. You just become a new version of you. With the right support, that new version of you can become a better version of you. And while your body will never look like it looked before you had said baby, you can actually enjoy the new body that pregnancy and childbirth has given you. If you have the support that you need to be able to eat right and exercise, to just love on you, to get to know this new version of you, to appreciate the hard work that that body has done and the gift that that hard work has provided you. If you are a new mother, taking care of a newborn or a toddler, don't be afraid to ask for support. Don't be too embarrassed to accept support. Don't get it in your mind that other people are doing it alone and therefore you should and can too. The people who go it alone aren't choosing to go it alone. They would absolutely love to have a village. And when you get to a place where you can be a help and you see someone who actually is doing it alone, pass on the gift that you received. Step in and provide that mother with the support that she needs. And don't forget about the fathers, because there are some fathers out here raising newborns all by themselves for a whole lot of different reasons. And none of it is about judgment, it's just about love. It's about being for someone else what you need for someone to be for you, and extending that love when you can, when you see a need. But anyway, back to where I was. I got home about an hour or so later. I got called into work. So I went ahead and took me a quick nap, went and did that 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And as soon as I got home, I hit the ground running. The thing about working overnight is that you do everything that you can to stay awake. So then when you get off, you have to do everything you can to stay awake until you get home. Now, it takes me about 45 minutes to get to work when I'm going in the evenings, but it takes me about an hour and a half to get home from work in the morning. So clearly, I can't afford to go to sleep because I'm driving a car. So you've done everything you can to stay woke all night, and now you have to stay woke to get home. So when you get home, you can't go to sleep. I'm sure had I gotten in my tub and soaked in that hot water and had me a little sip of wine, despite the fact that it was 8 a.m., I probably could have gone to sleep despite all of my efforts to stay awake. But every time that I work overnight, when I get home, I always try to capitalize on the energy that I have. It might be residual energy. It might be a result of being sleep deprived. But baby, the way this ADHD is set up, I just get it all done. I just do it. I just go for it. That's all I got. And when I have done all that I can, and it's literally the middle of the night, I get in the tub, get my soak on, have a couple sips, fall asleep in the tub, wake up, moisturize, and crash. And that's what I did on Sunday. As soon as I got home, I hit the ground running. I fed those animals, I sorted mail, I picked up everything that wasn't supposed to be downstairs and gathered it so that it could go upstairs. I cleaned and conditioned the couches, cleaned all of the blinds and the insides of the windows. I'll have my sunshine do the outside of the windows another day. I cleaned the dust off the fan, the air vents, vacuumed all of the residual dust that got on the floor, all of the dog hair from the runner that we have around the dog crate furniture for that very purpose, and cleaned the dog's mat because the dog is going to get a bath sometime this week and the mat needs to be cleaned. I cleaned the table and everything that goes on the table. And even though vacuuming and cleaning the table is my sunshine's job, doesn't necessarily do it to my expectation. So I went ahead and pretty much got the whole floor and then had him go over the parts that I didn't get. I also cleaned the chairs, conditioned the seats because those are leather too. I did the bench. I washed all of the mats. the ones in the kitchen and our bathroom because the young people handle the mats in their own bathroom. I pretty much cleaned everything downstairs, the pictures, the mirrors. I did my desk and my chair. I Febrezed all of the fabric, cleaned all of the electronics, including the computer and the television, cleaned every single solitary surface, whether it was wood or something else. I even cleaned that bar top, including the glass. I washed the covers for my Metacline, as well as the couch throw and the blankets that I use when I lay on the couch. Then I got my sunshine down so that he could do the remainder of his chores, which included the bathroom and emptying the trash cans. And before you knew it, it was time for those pets to eat again. That means that I spent the entire day cleaning. Then I put away all of the clean dishes and organized all of the ones that were dirty so that I could go ahead and cook dinner because it was time to eat. We did smash burgers and fries for dinner, despite the fact that it was Sunday and I usually do more than that because I was supposed to do the smash burgers and fries on Saturday. But since I got called into work and needed to take a nap before I went to work, I didn't get to make the smash burgers and fries. Instead, we had some Jamaican food from Island Flavors and it was freaking delicious. We had their brown stew chicken and their jerk chicken. Their jerk is kind of spicy, so that's why I also got the brown stew chicken. For the people in my house who can't really handle the spice, it automatically comes with rice and peas. Then you pick your other two sides. I usually do a starch and a vegetable. So I did macaroni and cheese with one and cabbage with the other. And I also got a side of plantains. And it came with their sweet potato cornbread. Delicious. So back to these smash burgers and fries. Yep. So I pretty much just use ground beef. I usually get the 90-10 and the 80-20, or actually it's 93-7. And so that way I have some fat, but it's mostly healthy. And then I season it galore. I also add some Worcestershire sauce, a little barbecue sauce. Mix it up real good, make it into balls, take my griddle out, put those balls on that preheated griddle, and then smash them when they are sizzling up real nice. Flip them over, smash them again. And then I like to use two cheeses, provolone and cheddar. We also bust out some lettuce and some beefsteak tomatoes, and then of course all of your condiments. And then we did the steak fries, and some fries that we had left over just so that they could be, utilized. And everybody made their own burger to their own specifications, and then it was time to smash. You know how we do. I like to use parchment paper between the burger and the smasher, whatever it's actually called. That prevents the smasher from sticking to the burgers. And that just works out perfectly. My youngest baby girl is the only one who does not like the double burger, so I make her a single patty, but I put half provolone and half cheddar on it. Ciao. I also spray a little oil on my fries when I put them in the air fryer, so that way that they come out done, but they also come out nice and crispy, almost like they've been deep fried without all of the extra fat. This time we decided we wanted bacon smash burgers, so we used the uncured turkey bacon because that is a little thicker. You can get it to a nice crisp if you want crisp. Very flavorful. Now, the whole time that I was doing all of this cooking and cleaning and whatnot, honey, I was in here jamming. So, right quick, I'm going to drop this song that was definitely hitting, and you can enjoy watching these burgers and fries be prepared. And then we'll be right back to cleaning, child. Date yourself. You don't need permission to love you. God already chose you. Yeah. I used to wait on a table for two, checking my phone, wondering what I should do. Gave my best, she is trying to be seen, pouring out love, running on empty. But God whispers softly, daughter, look, everything you need I already took. Care before you ever asked. It's time to love you back. I don't need nobody to validate me. I'm already loved, already chosen, already free. If I want joy, I won't postpone it. I celebrate me in the moment, girl. the night. Dinner in a movie, candlelight. Buy yourself flowers, hold your own hand. Love you the way God always planned. Go to the gym, spot day for healing. Book that flight, feel what you're feeling. Do it for joy, do it for health. Girl, take yourself. I used to think love had to come from outside, from someone else to make me feel alive. But happiness don't come with conditions. It grows when you change your position. I stopped waiting on someone to choose me, when heaven already introduced me to a love that never runs dry. God's love stays by my side. I'm not lonely, I'm learning peace, learning how to pour back into me. Every time I honor my words, I'm thanking God for what he birthed. Take yourself shopping, spoil your soul. Love on your body, mind, and go. Smile in the mirror, say I'm enough. This kind of love don't rush. Travel solo, see the world shine. Fall in love with your. And once that food was eaten, it was time to go back up there and handle the stuff that I had in the dryer. I had put in a load of towels, and I was ready to put in a load of whites, which definitely included my pillow and the white towels and washcloths. But I had to go around and collect everybody else's whites because we don't be having enough whites for a load otherwise. So I got socks and t-shirts and shorts and all kind of stuff from my sunshine. My noonie didn't have any. And then I got socks and t-shirts from that lady's son that I married. And then I had enough for a full load. And then it was time to go ahead and put my couch back together and go ahead and work through that stuff in that kitchen. I'm not waiting, I'm walking in health, girl. I date myself to the woman learning to love herself again. God is proud of you, and so am I. So I put that Medcline back together. It's pretty easy to do. I actually did put the cover on the main cushion backwards, and I had to take it off and put it back on there the right way. And then I went ahead and tackled that kitchen, child. So I had all the dishes that were already in there and the ones that I made when I made dinner. And baby, I got them all done. Cleaned everything back off, counters, stoves, and all of the things. And then I went ahead and made my water, grabbed a ginger ale, poured my glass of wine, and I got in that tub and did exactly what I told y'all I would do. Honey, I listened to my book, fell asleep, woke up, and then moisturized and got my behind in the bed. When I tell you it was like 5 o'clock in the morning by the time I went to sleep, I should have been ashamed of myself. But I was too busy being proud of myself and thankful that I had the stamina to do what needed to be done. And I was able to sleep in late on Monday because my baby girl didn't have to be to work until 4 o'clock. Yes, indeed, I did. I slept in. I deserved it. It was done. Stay tuned for the deep cleaning of upstairs and the washing of the doggies. Oh, and date yourself, girl.